Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. Bitcoin's slowness is a feature, not a bug. Satoshi didn't invent Bitcoin to be a generalist network, a jack of all trades, master of none. Bitcoin deliberately trades speed and scalability for decentralization and security. Contrary to MIPS, this isn't an obstacle to building a new Bitcoin-based application. Slowness is Bitcoin's strength, not a weakness. But the building on Bitcoin movement will succeed only if developers embrace inherent Bitcoin's slow architecture while strategically working around the edges. Bitcoin slowness is a necessity because it's careful digital clarification and verification instead of depending on human. Instead of the relying on the centralized intermediaries, Bitcoin achieve trustless transaction finality through the proof of work consensus, prioritizing security over speed. The resource-intensive and time-consuming proof of work provides computation guarantee to prevent malicious actor from altering the transaction history. The 10-minute block confirmation time is thus one of Bitcoin's core security feature, and a bit among the most fundamental one. The slower blocks ensure transactions are propagated across the miners to confirm and agree on the longest change. This negates the chances of validating wrong transaction. A simple solution would be by increasing the block size to reduce the transaction fee while allowing more data storage into a block. The community fought back with good reason. While the larger blocks could have processed more transactions per second, making the chain faster and more scalable, but it would severely affect the decentralization and the network security. Larger blocks require more compute, so it's more expensive to run the nodes. This in turn means fewer miners securing the network, increasing decentralization and consolidating the risk in the hands of the wealthy elite. That's precisely what Bitcoin was built to solve. Higher TPS isn't the right way to scale Bitcoin. In fact, the core developers doesn't need to scale at all. Past attempts have failed, and future attempts should also fail. But does that mean that Bitcoin is waiting there to become obsolete as the foundation network for the crypto innovation? Not at all. Developers have stopped trying to build directly onto Bitcoin network. Rather, they should leverage the network's slowness-induced security and resilience, and take a layer approach to building on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was, is, and will be slow, secure core to the otherwise fleeting and risky world of crypto. Bitcoin wasn't designed for the high programmability, complex smart contracts, high throughput application, and other such flashy concepts. Its purpose is to provide a trust-minimized, centralized, censorship-resistant, and immutable foundation for the sound money and secure financial transactions. Still, Bitcoin can't support programmable application very well, or Bitcoin can support programmable application very well. The building on Bitcoin movement shows it's possible to expand Bitcoin capabilities while preserving its security and decentralization. Upgrades like Taproot have refined Bitcoin's functionality. Enhancements like convenience and riches will continue to do so in the future. However, the most transformative developments will happen beyond the base layer. Bitcoin-powered innovation will happen at the edges, with scaling solutions like layers 2, sidechain, stake chain, roll-ups, and a range of interoperability protocol. By building around the edges, Bitcoin developers can achieve cutting-edge innovation and grow the ecosystem without compromising its core principle. This solution will unlock entirely the new use cases for the network and the asset class. This will simultaneously make Bitcoin more usable as a medium of exchange and collateral asset while maintaining Bitcoin's integrity as the most secure financial network. While other chains add features to compete the market share, Bitcoin has undergone rigorous security for any upgrade. The community has withheld hasty decisions to make the network faster so as to not compromise its unparalleled security. So Bitcoin slowness is the reason this network will endure. It forces developers to think of long-term solutions that reinforce rather than weaken the foundation. Developers mustn't be side ops into chasing fleeting trends and making reckless compromises. Why should they, when they have such a solid, secure, and resilient foundation to build on? Just like you don't dig up a building basement to build a third floor above, right? You can build great things on Bitcoins without changing or hampering its core. That's the way towards truly decentralized financial system. Bitcoin is durable, and the apps built on the ecosystem can be too. It's not a question of if, but rather whether the developers are ready to adopt the right approach. Those who will dominate the next decade of Bitcoin innovation. It has begun. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.